BetOnline is your number one source for all your summer sports this season, from MLB, golf, NBA, and NHL playoff stats. All the latest stats, news, and scores are available to you to follow your favorite teams. So get the latest odds and lines, including the latest team matchups, player props, and odds of just about every sport out there. Head to the website today or use your mobile device to get in the action. BetOnline, where the game starts. Next from Lars Kunitz. Subject is Kevin Nash faking it. On the most recent episode of this podcast with Sean Oliver, Kevin Nash called WWE out of the booking of R-Truth. He said the booking is making him look bad and that he thinks it's due to his race. What I want to know is, do you think Kevin Nash actually has a fair point with this claim, or do you think this might be a publicity stunt due to how their YouTube numbers really haven't been doing all that well lately? It's pretty weird for me to hear Nash call out Triple H like this. Here's what he's say. Considering how much he's defended Vince McMahon. Do you have this clip, Joe?
I do.
Are there, and maybe took him out of doing
the step and fetch a routine. That was
it, man. It's. I'm so over the fact that they make Ron just. I feel like I'm watching. It's almost like that segment should be on the radio. You know, he's like, "Come on, man."
Is it more of the? Does it bother you because it's again a black guy in wrestling being the ha-ha?
And if I'm a young black male and I'm watching that show, who do I have to like? Who's got a belt?
Who's a serious wrestler?
Then I look at and I say, you know what, man? I want to do that.
Right.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to act a fool. That's what I mean. That's the term on the street. Dude, you're acting a fool. Don't act a fool.
Mm-hmm. This is something that's somewhat epidemic in the sport, though. Historically,
yes,
not all the time.
I mean, I was in the business when Ron Simmons became the first black champion.
I was going to say Ron Simmons is definitely an exception. They got a little funny with the APA stuff, but before that, when he was in WCW,
Ron was the first black champion.
Yeah. He's done with the truth stuff now. Do you want to keep going?
No. I don't think he's been watching the products over the course of time because, like, remember I said I thought Truth's character was kind of portrayed kind of weird, but he's been doing that for forever, right? Like, how long has that been his character? He's a comedy character, and like, you know, I mean, you kind of got to act funny. So it's like, if you're doing a comedy gimmick, it's like, you know, I mean, like, let's be honest, what's worse, like the presentation of that character or Eugene, or when he was a character?
Eugene.
I'm just saying. So it's like, you know, but there have been characters which could offend people over the course of time, but like, I don't see anybody else talking about that, which is why I'm surprised that Kevin's offended at that, because nobody else has really has even brought that up. Actually, and he gets a pop doing that character, which I find fascinating, because like I said, I would, you know, I wouldn't book him that way, but he's being booked that way, and he just became the tag team champs. He got a good pop, and plus the deal that they're kind of like maybe telling the story. And if they do tell this story, then maybe he's been acting the fool the whole time to get in people's heads and make him think he's a moron. Which you could tell that story very easily.
That's a long con.
I'm going to say, but going forward, you can pull. Bro, remember how great? Remember when they were on Cheers, okay? And they had there was this character on the show, and he was like a foreigner, and he was like constantly hitting on the Ed Danson's girl,
right?
Okay, like Ethan Decay, and he had this foreign character that was constantly just, like playing the full trip. And one episode, he broke characters like, "Hey, my name's John," so I just like I'm just like he basically broke character. He was working the gimmick the whole time, right? I mean, what if they did that? What kind of pop would that get if he like pulled a fast one on one of the top heel characters on the show and just made him look really stupid? And came out and said, I've been working, you know, it's like, I don't know. Like, I'm not offended by R-Truth's character at all. But he's at the pot, you know?
Yeah, I think that, you know, Kevin's looking at it like, wow, haven't we
gotten past this?
And we actually have. This is just somebody has no problem having fun with the crowd. He's getting paid. He's got a championship. He's over. He's been there for over 10 years. He's my brother, bro. Me and Ronnie, I love that guy. You know, we spent a lot of time together.
Longer than that.
15 years. Okay.
Yeah, it's gotta be right. Yeah, more than that.
Oh, at least 20.
Yeah, because TNA was
2002.
Yeah, like 7. Well, no, but what was he the champion TNA?
2000.
But I do believe
2002 and 4, maybe.
I do believe this because I remember Vince Russo started him doing like these gimmicks. You might have still been there in TNA with him when he was doing like he was doing scenes with him from like A Few Good Men. He was dressed like as a Marine. I don't know if you remember that.
Right.
And like all these like comedy vignettes. And I truly believe that Vince brought him in, as always, making fun of minorities, kind of like an inside joke. You know what I'm saying? And then it got over. You know what I'm saying? And now, yeah.
Go ahead. Continue.
Yeah, I think as a personal ha-ha with the other boys, and it got over, and Ronnie is universally liked, and now, like the New Day, when they first came out, I remember going, this is brutal. This sucks. Like they were a gossip group. Remember, they were like in a gospel group, and they got it over.
Matt used to say he thought they were a minstrel show.
That would have been worse. Yeah.
Well, let's just say they thought that's what they were portrayed as. But I will say this, bro. Do you know that Vince McMahon and R-Truth have had an incredibly good relationship?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right. So they were like, Vince would always hug him when he saw him. They'd always shoot the and everything. But I wonder if Vince just saw this guy and was just entertained by him and says that this guy can do character work, and that's basically what he's been doing, character comedy work his whole career.
Too. So, but there's a part of me just thinking he was making fun of him too, like he has done other gimmicks.
Right. So next is from Germany, French.
Remember this group they used to have called Crime Time?
Yeah, Crime Time, right.
Yeah. The Mexicans on the lawnmowers.
Those are bad times, man.
And then he tries to make it positive by calling him the Mexicools. There's nothing cool about coming on in a tractor, dude. Yeah, right. You might as well have put a basket on his back and him like with berries in his hand.
No. Like you take the Mexican, you know what they should have done with them? If you're going to go full bore of just like insulting the Mexi race, have a ladder match with a paint can. So I think they paint your house. They can find the ladder like around the paint can right.
No, but my favorite one was JBL make him go back across the border.
Oh yeah, when he chasing the illegals.
Here's something related. This is Patrice O'Neal, who was briefly maybe going to work with WWE, telling a Vince story. I don't know. Konnan's probably heard it, but Disco may not have.
His house in Stanford, right? Wow. They were rewriting. Nice, he just comes out, hello, Patrice. And in his jumpsuit and his everything. And I just was like, oh my God. I was like a little girl, like, hey, hi, Mr.
Yeah, we've had him on a few times.
And he's a powerful dude, man, but he's a cold dude. Now, this one guy used to have a turban. He goes in and none of the wrestlers talk to him personally, except for the big guys. Like I'm on a plane with like Triple H. Everybody else got to drive their like Hyundai Sonatas from town to town, but like Triple H, Undertaker, those guys, they get on his plane. So I'm in the back and, watching this whole thing go down. And this guy with the turban, he goes, listen, my family says, please, can you stop making fun of my turban? So Tiger Ali Singh, he's like, please don't make fun of he goes, shut up and put on a turban. Please, my people, I beg you.
Put on the turban.
Like the Jerky Boys do. It's just like,
that's enough, Joe.
I don't want to hear that nonsense. Get out there and put on that stupid turban. It was like, oh my.
I've heard enough.
Like, you know what? For him to have a strength.
I mean, I get it.
No more fun of any kind!
Yo, what's up? I just want to thank you guys for watching this clip. Don't forget to hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And join our YouTube membership for hours and hours of exclusive, unedited, uncensored content. And being a member will help you get involved in our upcoming live streams. Thank you for your support. Thank you for riding with us. I know you got a lot of other podcast choices, be it wrestling or other ones. And thank you for picking us. Boom.